Welcome back to the channel, guys. Blot Outdoor Show. It's Thursday. For you guys, it's Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas to one and all. Yep, out on a little stealth camp. I'm making my way through this park, which is going to take me down to a country road. And there's some old remains, some old ruins I should say, I'm going to camp behind. I'll tell you more about the history of them later on. Yep, I've got some whiskey to drink. I've got food as usual. And as usual, guys, it'd be me talking a load of shite. So, let's go. Let's get down to the camping spot. I'll bring you Mandingos back later. Oh yeah. Aww. Right guys, I'm now on the country road. I've got about a 5-minute walk along and then I'll come to the old ruins. Hopefully I can get over the wall and onto the land without being spotted, because the gates are shut. You're not supposed to be in there. So here we go then. Let's go, Mandingos. Right. Oh yeah. So the gate is locked, guys. You're clearly not supposed to be behind here, but that's what stealth camping's all about. And it's quite a busy country road this. So while it's quiet now, I'm going to get over. I'm going to go and jump straight over there, sling the case over in me backpack, and we'll get a spot somewhere over there. Should be able to get a good spot. Anyway, bring your Mandingos back in a minute. Oh yes, you better believe I will. Oh, that's heavy. Weighs about 12 stone. Let this car past. Another car. Let the cars pass, guys. That should be it. Oh. Right. Oh, you bugger. Oh. Right, I'm over. I'm over. Right folks, haven't got time to muck around. I need to get over here and get in before I get spotted, or that's going to be the end of this camping video. If some busybody phones the police or the council, that's where we're heading. I can hear cars coming as well. Oh shit. Fucking fellow. Sorry for the language, guys. Nothing to see here, just a fat guy with a suitcase hiding behind a wall. Oh. Oh. I can hear a police siren. I hope that's not coming for me. But yeah, look at this. Nice and flat. Got this big wall hiding me from the roadside. Oh yeah, that'll ding dang do for this Mandingo. You better believe it will. Whew. Right. Right guys, before I set the tent up, the plan dingo is time for a can dingo. Ooh, you bugger. Oh. Cheers guys. Can dingo, little man dingo?
Right.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Why you son Bruce?
Cheers.
Why you son Bruce Willis? Spit the die hard. Right guys, I'll show you mine and the little man dingo set up. I'm going to be on the left as usual. Little schmickaroony is on the right there. We've got the foil mat down. It's like a wide one, big enough for the both of us. Yep, we're going to be nice and cosy. Let's have a look here. Right, I'll show you the drinks first. We've got 4 cans of Madry there, so we'll have 2 cans of that each. And we've got these gin and tonics. There's 2 spice plum and clementine, and 2 mulled berry and cranberry. So we'll have 1 each of them, nice and Christmassy. You know what I'm talking about, mandingos. We've also got some gingerbread mulled wine. So when it gets a bit chilly later on, we'll heat some of that up, have a nice warm drink of mulled wine. I've got 2 little bottles of Whisky there, given to me from a bloke, an absolute legend from Australia. I'll tell you more about that later on. What else have we got? Snackaroonies. We've got a Scotch egg each. We've got some Italian meats and some German salami. I know what you're thinking. Well, that's not much food compared to what they normally have. But there's a local pizza shop called Slice. The guy who owns it, Andy, he messaged me a few weeks ago and he asked us if I was ever camping in the area, give him a call and he'll drop us a pizza off and some loaded fries. So, same as though it's Christmas, we've treated ourselves, Mick.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you better believe it, mandingo. So, I know we're supposed to be stealthy, but apart from me and Mick, there's only Andy who knows where we're camping, and he won't tell anyone. So, at 8 PM, he's going to drop us some nice food off. Looking forward to that, schmickaroony?
Oh, yeah.
You better believe it. So, I think we're going to have a can dingo of Madry, and maybe some snacks. Oh yes, you know it makes total sense. Right folks, why am I a little schmickarooble sitting here having a can dingo? I'll quickly tell you about the history of Dalden Tower here. I'm only going to quickly mention it. So, it was a medieval manor house which was originally built in the 12th century. It passed over about 3 different families. One of the families was called the Daltons. That might have been the last ones that owned it. That's why it's still called Dalden Town now. But by the end of the 18th century, the building was derelict. So it's been, you know, unlived in for a long time. And most of the stone actually got taken away to build another tower or another manor house somewhere. But yeah, that's just a quick mention about the history of this place. It's very old. Mick already knew all about it. He's super clever, Mick, like, ain't you, mate?
No.
He's big on his history. Oh, and another thing, I know a lot of people will be thinking, why have you not dressed Mick up as an elf? Loads of people were saying during the week, oh, you've got to dress Mick up as an elf. But I had one ordered. I had an elf costume ordered, but with this postal strike, it just didn't come in time. So this morning, before we came out camping, I've been running about all over trying to find a little Santa suit, which wasn't easy because I've got to get one to try and fit Mick. But that one's all right, isn't it, mate? Mick's happy with that. Anyway, guys, that's enough of me talking shit for now. We're going to sit and enjoy our can. I'll bring your mandingos back later.
Right.
2 rights. So me and little Schmick have just opened a can of mulled berry and cranberry. What do you think, Mick? Not bad, are they?
Nice.
Quite nice. Aldi's, £1.20 I think they were, Mick. Can I go wrong, dingo? Man dingoes. Oh. We'll have our couple of cans of gin and tonic now before we get back on the beer, on the lager. Oh. And then we'll have the world famous Whisky review later on. 2 Whisky reviews, Mick. 2 for the price of 1.
Oh yes.
Yep, 2 Whisky reviews. Same as though it's Christmas, guys. It's not that cold, is it?
No.
Not that cold tonight, not as cold as it was when I was camping down the beach last week. Little Mick's only got his little Santa suit on. You've got fleeces and jackets to put on still, haven't you? In case it gets cold. Right guys, I'll bring you back in a few minutes when we think of some more shite to talk about.
Right.
Oh, your son, Kevin Costner. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
So we're now on the spiced plum and clementine gin and tonic. Not bad, are they?
Nice.
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 Just a couple's enough, like. I couldn't drink them all night. I think I'd feel sick if I drank them all night. But yeah, 2 or 3 is just nice. Anyway, Manding goes, while we're sitting here, chilling out, having a gin and tonic, I might as well answer a question that quite a few people asked. What is it again? Yeah. Why do I always say Whisky instead of whiskey? Well, there's no meaning to it really. About 2 years ago, when I was out camping with the 2 Chris's, you'll all know young Chris, because he's been on quite a few videos recently. You know young Chris, the shoe bomber, the king of swing. But there's also the older Chris, who hasn't been out for about 6 months. Hopefully he's going to make a comeback in the next God, get your words out. He's promised me he's definitely coming out on the next one. So Chris, if you're watching, get your arse out, mate.
Whisky, you know it makes sense.
2 rights.
Whisky.
2 rights, little dingo. Where'd that come from? Anyway, it was the older Chris that said it about 2 years ago. I don't know where it come from. He just, one video, he started saying Whisky instead of whiskey, and it just stuck from there. So it's got no meaning, nothing at all. Whisky doesn't even make any sense, but that's what we say. It's just being different, like this channel is. It's a bit different than the camping channels, and just a bunch of lads having a laugh, talking a load of shite. Anyway guys, that's the end of that question. We'll see a Whisky and it has no meaning, and it was the older Chris that started it.
Whisky. You know it makes sense. Whisky.
Why, you're some fucking Burt Reynolds. What a cool place to camp. Oh yes. You know what time it is, Mandingos. Time for the first world famous Whisky review of the day. Blot Outdoors Whisky review. Right, Mick, have you got the old famous little cup dingo, Mandingo?
Oh, yes.
You better believe you have. Let's get some of that in there. Before we start, I want to say a massive thank you to Simon Hutt from Australia. You absolute legend. He has bought me 2 bottles of whisky for the day, for today's reviews. And this is the first one. Kilorman Isla Kilorman Isla single malt Scotch whisky. Now how you say this bit, I'm not quite sure. Macchia beer. I think that's how you say it. Macchia beer. That's the one we're having now. Kilorman. Right, Schmick, I'll put a little bit more in there, mate. I'll have the first snifferoony, little schmickedingo. Get the old schneckerooble in it, Mandingos. That's got a strong citrus smell straight away, Mick. Like a definite lemon, strong lemon citrus smell. You get your little schmeckerooble in there, little dingo man.
Lemon smell straight away.
It is very, very lemony, isn't it?
Aye, citrus. Well, citrus smell.
Definite, mate. Anyway, guys, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's go on with the tasting. Right. A little bit of a kick to it. And I'm getting blows your cap off. I'm getting like a nice butterscotch taste. Lovely jubbly. What do you reckon, Schmick?
I'm getting the same as well. Butterscotch taste as well.
Well, you're original.
Nice.
Yep, definite butterscotch. I'm also there on the second taste getting some vanilla coming through. Bye. It certainly blows your cap off, this one, Mick. Yep, vanilla and butterscotch. Oh, I tell you what, one thing it does, it certainly warms your chest up, Mandingos. Don't just agree with me and say vanilla if you can't taste it. You say what you think, little dingo man.
I can't think what else it tastes like. But
No.
it tastes nice though.
It is nice, like.
Tastes nice.
Now after a few tastes, I'm getting it intense, peaty. When you taste this again, now I've told you, think about it, like a peaty earth, like soil type taste.
Soil.
Very peaty indeed. You have one more go at that, my little man friend. It is a peaty, soily, isn't it? A lot of the Isla whiskies are like.
Aye. Aye, tastes that now. Aye.
I tell you what, it's pretty good, Mandingos. Anyway, that's the end of this whisky review. We'll give a quick score. I'm going to give a very decent 7 out of 10 for that one. What do you say, Schmickerooble?
I'll give that a very decent 7.5 out of 10.
7.5? So decent scores for the first one, guys. There you go. That's the end of the first Whisky review. Our pizza should be coming soon. We will bring you back later on for the next review. And by the time we're doing the next one, we'll probably be a bit more wrecked. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious Whisky tasting.
You better believe it.
Two rights, Mick. Mick, what time is it?
Huh?
What time is it? Is this our pizza delivery? 10 to 8.
10 to 8.
10 to 8. I said 8, but this might be our pizza delivery. Someone just stopped there at the gate.
Yeah.
I'll go and check. Right, guys, I think this might be our food getting delivered. It looks like it is. All right, mate. All right, is that Andy?
It is, mate, aye.
How you doing? You all right, mate?
All right, pal.
Cheers, mate. Now.
Hey, look at this.
Thanks very much. From Slice at Same Harbour. What a kind man. Thank you very much, my man friend. Hey, mate. Really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, mate. No problem. Just as long as you and Schmickaroo get fed.
Right.
That's all we want.
Cheers, mate.
No worries, mate. I'll let you box on.
Cheers, man.
All right, take care.
Any good, Mick?
Lovely. Lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly. Well, we've just had our food dropped off from Andy from Slice at Same Harbour, County Durham. I just stood and had a bit chat with him for 10 minutes. What an absolute legend of a guy. Lovely fella. Well, Mick, I hope you're going to hand them over to me in a minute, mate.
Aye, you get them soon, mate.
Open that pizza box, mate. Show all the fandingos. 24-inch pizza. Oh, yes. Little Mick. He might only be little. But we'll demolish that, won't you, mate?
I'll try, like. Don't know if I will, like.
I'll have a good go at it.
I'll have a go.
Right, guys. Me and little Schmickaroonie is going to get stuck into this. Cannot wait. Right. Pepperoni. Oh, look at that. 24-inch pizza. Wow. That's proper.
I was at it before you.
Fantastic, that.
Nice, sort of.
I know it's not a traditional Christmas meal, but this is not actually Christmas Day here now. It's Thursday night, a few days before Christmas. That is absolutely tremendous. Andy, thank you very much, my man friend.
Here's Andy, mate.
That's the best pizza I've ever had. If anyone is watching this and you're from the area, you're from the northeast of England, Slice at Same Harbour in County Durham, that's the best pizza I've ever had. And the loaded fries, unbelievable. Classing up, tremendous.
Lovely.
Right, man, dingoes. You don't want to watch us two fat pigs eating this. I'm going to turn the camera off in a minute. We're going to sit and enjoy this absolutely fantastic pizza. And then I bring it back. Me, little Schmickaroo, I'll probably be in the tent, chilling out. Another world famous Whisky review coming soon. You know what I'm talking about. Two rice at the dingo.
All right.
Right folks, it's getting a bit chilly now, so it's time for me and Mick to have a nice cup of gingerbread spiced mulled wine. It's in the old pansexual. The old pansexual. Heating up there. We'll get that nice and warm dingo, man dingoes. Oh, that'll warm our little cockles up. You better believe it will. Nice hot drink of mulled wine, gingerbread mulled wine for me and little Schmick. It's not my favourite drink in the world, I've got to admit. But it's warm, isn't it?
Aye.
It's warming us through. Because the temperature's dropping big time now. Oh. Yep, it doesn't matter what it tastes like, as long as it's nice and warm. On this winter camp. Anyway guys, while we are sitting here having this hot drink, I'll answer one more question. Do you know what? I can't remember if I've answered this question already. I know loads of people have asked us, Mick, and I've replied to loads of people on YouTube, you know, like writing it to them. I don't think I've answered it yet. Anyway, the question is, why don't I let Mick speak very much on the videos, or why doesn't Mick speak very much on the videos? Well, what you see is what you get with little Schmickarooble. He never really speaks much, whether we're at work or if we're at the match watching Sunderland get beat, or if we're in the pub or when we're coming. Little Schmickaroony just always sits quiet and just relax. Anyway,
Just the way I am.
I let them answer.
Just the way I am. I like to sit there, talk when I want, but I've got like people come round us. I'll talk to them. But sometimes I'm quiet anyways. So
You just like to sit and chill, mate.
I like to sit there and chill. I'll talk when I talk. So
There you go. I don't want to force Mick into talking on the video and make him uncomfortable just for people's entertainment. Do you know what I mean? I let Mick talk. He can talk when he wants to talk. He can fart when he wants to fart. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, fart when I can.
Oh, you want to hear him
Oh,
fart?
fart.
You want to hear him fart when the camera's off? Dear me. Jesus Christ, I've got to open the zip on the tent. The smellies he makes. Anyway, guys, that's the answer to that question. Little Mick, you know, I don't stop him from talking. He talks when he wants to talk. He's just a quiet lad.
I'm just not as good as him, that's all.
What, not as good as talking shit as me?
Yeah.
That's all I'm good at, mate, talking shit. Anyway, guys, that's that question answered. I'll see you man dingoes when we're in the tent. Whisky review coming soon. You better believe it. Right.
That's what it's big, is the talk what way you're talking and all that. Why is that not being like what you're doing? That's how it is. Now the way you're like leading the show on that.
Right.
You expect me to do it and all like.
Exactly.
So,
Why you some John Travolta? Right guys, me and little Schmick, we're just getting in the tent. It was getting a bit chilly outside. We've been sitting out there for a few hours now. So we thought we'd climb in and get warmed up. Nice and snug. There's Mick snug there. Nice and snug in our sleeping bags. We're just going to sit and relax and have a bit talking shite with each other.
Have a bit, what? Have a bit.
Have a bit talking shite. Off camera. Warm up. And then when we bring you back, we'll do the world famous Whisky review. What do you say about that, Mick?
Oh yes, you better believe it. World famous Whisky review. Whisky, remember? Whisky.
Bring you back in a minute, guys. Right. Oh yes. You know what time it is, man dingoes. Whisky time. Time for the second review of the night. And this is what we've got. Kilorman Seneg. You see that there, guys? Islay single malt Scotch whisky. Kilorman Seneg. We've already had a few. The old famous Cup Dingo Mandingos. Let's get that in. Oh yes. Well, before we do this, I want to say a massive thank you to the legend from Australia, Simon Hutt. Cheers, my man friend.
Cheers, Simon Hood. Cheers, man, mate.
Cheers, mate. Really appreciate the 2 bottles of whiskey you've given us. Right, guys, let's get the old bakeroonie in it. Well, straight away. That's very earthy. And very peppery. Get your little schnoozle in there, schmickarooski. Oh, sniff it, not taste it.
Oh,
You little...
Sorry,
It's not Christmas yet, mate.
I agree with you. Earthy.
It is. You can smell like a peaty, earthy, muddy smell, can you?
Muddy smell. Aye.
Right.
I didn't have much of a taste there, so I'll admit. I didn't have a taste of it.
Mix mashed. I'm also getting like a nice soft fruit smell. I can't make out what kind of fruit it is, but a nice soft fruit. You get one more geg there, mate, before I have a taste. Don't just agree with me though. After a few sniffs, you can get a little bit of a fruity thing going on, Mandingo.
I dig it. Get a bit of fruit,
Just a little bit, isn't it?
Aye.
Not too much, just a little bit. Anyway, guys, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's go on the tasting. Right.
You deserve extra drink. So I've had a little bit more in here.
Yep. Definitely a toffee thing going on. And you get it in your mouth, Mick. Don't just swallow it. Have a good... Leave it in your mouth a bit, let it linger. You can definitely taste the toffee thing. Like a nice toffee thing. And it's peaty. It's not as peaty as the last one we had. It's still a bit punchy, but not quite as peaty as the last one. Now, I don't like it when they're too peaty. So this one for me is a little bit better than the last one. It's a little bit nicer, isn't it?
Aye, nice.
Yep. Now I'm getting the slightest bit. This has been shored in... Sorry. Get your words out, Chris. This has been stored in sherry casks. But I can only taste the sherry a tiny little bit.
Yeah?
But it's just a nice, tiny little bit of a sherry taste. You get a taste of that, mate? It's hard to taste the sherry taste through the peatiness, but it's definitely there after 3 or 4 tastes.
Lovely jubbly.
Anyway, guys.
Nice.
We're not slavering on too much. Nice toffee taste. Peaty just like the last one. And a little bit sherry coming through. Well, Mandingos, I'm going to give that Kilorman Seneg Islay single malt Scotch whisky. I'll give the last one 7 out of 10. I'm going to give this one, cheers schmickarooble, I'm going to give this one a 7.5. Very nice, and I would definitely have that again. What would you say, Schmick?
I'll give this 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, you like that one, mate?
It
is nice, like, it is nice.
Nice.
I'm probably being a bit harsh, only giving a 7.5, but I've said it now. So there you go, Mandingos. 7.5, and 8. You know what I'm talking about. This.
Better believe it. You better believe it. This is what we're talking about.
Right. This is serious stealth coming. Right. Right, folks. It's 10 past midnight. It's time for me and Mick now to get some sleep. We've had a few drinks. We've had lagers, gin and tonics, 2 different types of whisky. Whisky, Mick?
Whisky, aye. Whisky.
Definitely whisky.
You know whisky. Whisky. You know what makes sense? Whisky.
Total sense, Mick.
Total sense.
We've had some mulled wine. Some nice food from Slice Pizza. Cheers, Andy, once again for that, my man friend. So, guys, before we get tucked right in our sleeping bags and get to sleep, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has supported the Blot Outdoor Show this last week and bought me a coffee. Thank you very much, guys. Like I've said before, if it wasn't for yous, I couldn't get out. We couldn't get out every week and make a video. It's very much appreciated. Cheers, guys. You're absolute bunch of legends. There's your names down there and down there. Thank you so much. You don't know what it means to me from the bottom of my heart. Cheers, Mandingos. Right, guys. Me and Schmickarooble. We're going to get some sleep now.
As well.
We'll see you first thing in the morning when we're having a nice hot cup of tea. You know it makes sense.
You better believe it. You know it makes sense. Right.
See you in the morning. Right. Why you some Kevin Costner? Good morning, Mandingos. Oh, baby's here. He's awake now.
Aye.
Nick, we're going to have to get up. Sounds like the workers have turned up over there. Right, guys. We've overslept. We got up a couple hours ago when it was still dark. We went outside, me and Mick, for a quick slash garden. We came back in just for an hour's sleep, and we've slept for about 2 hours, Mick. So, guys, we're gonna. I thought I heard someone outside. It sounds like there's some workers doing some work on there over there, in the trees and that. So before we get spotted, we're going to quickly get packed away. So I'll bring you Mandingos back in a minute. Well, that's Mick packing the last of his gear away. He's got a steaming headache, haven't you, mate?
Aye.
Mick's feeling rough this morning. There's all our gear packed away. Litter and the carrier bag there. I'm not going to make Mick get back on the suitcase. He was heavy pulling him along. 12 stone, this guy. Right. No one kicking about. There were some workers up in the trees there earlier on. It looks like they've gone. They either seen us and they didn't bother saying anything, or with it being the green tent over here on the, obviously the green grass, they just didn't spot it. Anyway, before anyone does come, me and little Schmickarooble are going to make a move for it. Oh yes, you know what I'm talking about. Lights. Here we go, Schmick. Straight through that hole there, mate, in the wall. Here's some Bear Grylls.
sit down without falling.
Over. Right guys, that's the end of this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Me and Mick, well, I've had a great time. Have you had a good time, Mick?
Oh yes, too right I am.
Looks like Mick's had a good time. He's feeling a bit better now. He was pretty rough when he got up. Been throwing his guts up and everything. But I hope you mandingos enjoy the rest of your Christmas day, and hope this little video has put a smile on your face. Next week I'll be back out with the two Chris's. Hopefully older Chris is making a comeback. We're going for a wild camp over in the beautiful Lake District, so I'm really looking forward to that. That video will be going out on New Year's Day. Anything to say, Mick, before I say bye?
All the best. Merry Christmas. I'll see you when I'm back out.
There you go. And on that note guys, whew, I'll see you mandingos next week. Thank you for watching. Please leave us a thumbs up and leave a comment. I do read everyone. See you next week. Right.
Oh, our matron.